Imagine waking up to the rumble of a tow truck outside your house, only to find the HOA president, clipboard in hand, trying to steal your car out of your own driveway. Now imagine her smug little power trip colliding with something she never saw coming: federal law enforcement. Because the car she was trying to tow didn't just belong to me, it belonged to the Bureau. And Karen? Well, Karen was about to learn the difference between HOA rules and federal law. I've lived in this neighborhood for over a decade. Quiet cul-de-sacs, decent houses, the kind of place where you nod to your neighbor when you grab the mail. No drama, no crime, no chaos. At least until the HOA got a new board president. Her name? Karen. And if you've ever dealt with an HOA Karen before, you know the type. Clipboard practically glued to her hand, sunglasses even on cloudy days, nose always tilted like she's sniffing for violations. She wasn't just nosy. She treated the entire subdivision like her personal kingdom. The crazy part? She didn't even live on my street, but that didn't stop her from patrolling it like a cop on a beat. Now me? I've got a black BMW M3. Clean, legal, insured. Parked neatly in my driveway every night. It's not a neon green Lamborghini or some chopped up junker on blocks. It's just a car I love, and I take care of it. But apparently just the sight of it was enough to trigger Karen's paranoia. At first it was small things. I'd notice her SUV creeping past my house at weird hours. Slow, too slow. Once in the morning, then again at lunch, sometimes at night. I thought maybe she was just looping around. But then it started happening every single day. And then came the first note. I walked out one morning to grab my coffee thermos I'd left in the car. Stuck under the windshield wiper was a folded piece of paper. No HOA letterhead, no signature. Just block letters in black ink. Unregistered vehicle will be reported. That was it. No explanation, no contact number. Just a threat. I laughed at first. My car is not only registered, it's insured and inspected twice over. But I could already tell whose handwriting it was. Karen's neat, passive-aggressive penmanship. The kind of writing you'd find on a live, laugh, love kitchen sign. I tossed it in the trash, hoping it was a one-time thing. It wasn't. A few days later, I noticed light scratches on my side mirror. Not deep, not like someone keyed it out of rage. Just fresh, faint lines, as if someone had accidentally brushed past with a set of keys. I had cameras on the driveway, but the angle didn't catch the mirror clearly. Still, my gut told me this wasn't random. That suspicion was confirmed when I walked outside one afternoon and caught Karen herself crouched near my bumper. She had a flashlight in broad daylight, leaning over my license plate like she was looking for forgery marks. I froze. For a second, I thought maybe I was imagining it. But no, there she was, bending down like some fake detective, lips pursed, flashlight beam bouncing off chrome. Karen? I said, keeping my voice calm. What exactly are you doing? She straightened instantly, but not with guilt, with that fake smile confidence people wear when they think they're untouchable. Oh, she said lightly, waving the flashlight as if that excused it. Just part of the HOA's neighborhood watch duties, documenting for our security records. Security records? I repeated. For what? My car? She tilted her head. Well, you never know. Suspicious vehicles attract crime. I raised an eyebrow. Suspicious? That's a stock BMW M3, not a chopped-up Honda with stolen plates. Her smirk didn't fade. She just gave me that look, half smug, half threatening, and muttered, "Rules are rules." I told her to knock it off. She nodded politely, backed away, but her smirk said everything. She wasn't done. A week later, I got an envelope in the mail. Official looking. HOA logo printed on the corner. Inside was a typed notice. Your vehicle has been flagged as a potential violation due to suspicious characteristics and location. You are advised to remove it within 72 hours or face enforcement. Suspicious characteristics. That was the actual wording. I stared at the letter in disbelief. My car wasn't parked on the street. It wasn't leaking oil. It wasn't on cinder blocks or covered with a tarp. It was in my driveway, 10 feet from my own front door. And whose name was at the bottom? Karen. That's when I realized this wasn't just HOA policy. This was personal. She'd made me her project. I tried calling the HOA office, straight to voicemail. Surprise, surprise. Fine, I thought. Let her play her little power game. She had no idea how deep of a hole she was about to dig for herself. It was about a week later, 6:30 a.m., I was sipping coffee, half awake, when I heard it. A heavy metallic clank. Not the usual trash day sounds. This was deeper, industrial. Chains dragging, diesel engine rumbling. My stomach dropped. I set the mug down, peeled open the blinds, and froze. A tow truck, backed halfway into my driveway, its hook already lowered. And beside it, clipboard in hand, arms crossed like a general commanding her troops, Karen. I slammed the door open, barefoot, not even bothering with shoes. What the hell is this? Karen didn't even flinch. Her voice was flat, smug, rehearsed. Per HOA authority, your vehicle has been flagged for impoundment. It's been in violation for over a week and is now subject to removal. This is official HOA enforcement. The hell it is, I snapped, pulling out my phone. That's my driveway, not some HOA-owned lot. You don't have jurisdiction here. The tow truck driver looked uneasy. He gestured weakly toward Karen's clipboard. Look, man, I'm just following orders. She signed the authorization. Karen held up the clipboard like it was a warrant. I have documentation. This car is suspicious. There have been reports. Yeah, I shot back, pulling out my phone, all from you. And let me make this very clear. If either of you touches that car, you're explaining yourselves to federal agents. Karen gave a mocking laugh. Oh, please, is that some kind of threat? Who do you think you are? I didn't say another word. I just zoomed in on the tow truck's license plate, then on Karen's clipboard, then back to her face. The tow driver froze, hook halfway out. He could feel it. Something wasn't right. Karen puffed up her chest. This is HOA property now. It's being processed for removal. That's when I said it calmly, still recording. Last chance. Touch that car and you're interfering with an active federal surveillance vehicle. And trust me, they don't take that lightly. Karen blinked. For the first time, her smirk cracked. You're bluffing. This is just a normal car. The tow driver muttered, Wait, this is a government car? I didn't answer. I just held the camera steady. And then, like it was scripted, a black SUV rolled up to the curb. No markings, tinted windows, engine humming low. Karen spun around mid-sentence, ready to keep barking her HOA speech, then froze. Two men stopped out. Plain clothes, but their posture, no nonsense. Law enforcement written all over them. One of them looked straight at me, gave a small nod. Morning, you called it in? Karen blinked. Wait, what? Who are you? I smiled. That's Agent Rhodes. He's with the Bureau. Karen's face went pale. Bureau of what? The man stepped forward, flipping open his credentials. Federal Bureau of Investigation. We're here regarding the unauthorized attempt to tow this government-registered vehicle. The tow driver went sheet white. I didn't know. She said it was HOA authority. Rhodes raised his hand. You're good. Step back, please. Karen pointed at me wildly. No, he's lying. That's just a BMW. I checked the plates myself. Rhodes' eyes narrowed. You've been inspecting license plates on private property. Karen stammered. I was just doing my duty? Rhodes cut her off cold. No, he doesn't have to answer HOA notices. This vehicle is assigned to an active surveillance program. You just attempted to interfere with federal operations. Karen's jaw dropped. No, I didn't know. That's why we're here, the second agent said, pulling a slim tablet from his coat to make sure you do. Karen thought her little HOA power trick gave her authority over everyone. But the moment she stepped into my driveway and tried to put her hands on a federal vehicle, she didn't just step over a line, she fell off a cliff. Within weeks, she was facing more than fines and embarrassment. The Bureau filed an official report, and I heard whispers that her harassment pattern was being reviewed in connection to other complaints too. She went from queen of the
HOA to a name on a federal watch list. The neighborhood? Peaceful again. The HOA board replaced her with someone who actually cared about the community instead of clipboard theatrics. People waved to me again, even the ones who used to avoid eye contact when Karen was in charge. And my car? Still right where it belonged. Every morning, polished, spotless, parked in my driveway. Sometimes I'd catch Karen peeking through her blinds, watching, bitter, powerless. The irony? She spent months obsessed with proving my BMW was suspicious. In the end, the only suspicious thing in this neighborhood was her. She wanted control. She wanted power. But instead, she got caught trying to tow the FBI. And trust me, nobody comes back from that.